Hey there, and welcome to Deep South Foodies. I'm Mary F, and that's Chef Jonathan. But today, we are making none other than dandelion jam.
So dandelion jam.
Those pesky little flowers that people call weeds, we are going to make jam out of those.
So when do we find dandelions in the yard?
All the time.
For us, it's pretty much year round.
Yeah, from spring through all the way through the autumn, at least the good part of the summer, you can find these pesky little flowers. A lot of people like to spray them and call them weeds, but we are going to show you how that these little guys, sorry, I kind of mixed them up there when I did my little poop. Some of these are closing up. We picked them and I had little helpers. And they, don't put them back in. We got to finish opening these bad boys up and getting the green off of them. Okay, so a lot of the time, people don't know that dandelion actually has nutritional benefits. They're anti-inflammatory and they help with allergy season. So you definitely want to, okay, you want to know the best way to do these?
Yep.
Where's the camera that's close up? All right. Best way to do these. All right, you want as much of this yellow as you can, okay? Best way to do that is to squeeze this blue part, the green part right here, squeeze that, and you see how it's flat? All these guys come right on up. Look at that. Nice and clean. Just squeeze that right there. Got that?
Squeeze.
And then all that middle part comes right on up. I did a ton of, the kids and I did a bunch of this last year together. And they love the floral honey taste that it gives. It's really, really yummy. If you don't want to make jam, you can just do the same thing and make dandelion tea. So essentially that's what we're going to do. We're going to make dandelion tea and then make that tea into honey.
So
into honey. Into
I was
jam.
about to say, so
into jam.
This is not a 1-day process. This is a 2-day process. So I just want to be clear that, again, all good things worth tasting take more than 1 hour to make. There's very few things outside of scallops. They take time. All good things take time.
So you can go from the seed to mouth with a scallop in 1 hour.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But you can't go. I mean, you could. But you just want to make this into some tea. So originally this was about maybe 2-3 cups, and then they just kind of got smashed because the kids came in and played with it. If you'll hit that bad boy, I'm going to cheat right there. I've got a little tea kettle here. We're going to get nice and boiling water. We're going to put the boiling water over this, and we're going to let steep for a minimum of 1 hour, maximum of 24 hours. Depends on how long you have to make it sit. We're going to make our tea first.
Okay. So is there a certain point where it stops to develop flavor? Is it really 12 hours? It stops?
I've pulled it 12. I pull it 10 to 12 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't see a big difference. And then you just get into that risky factor of, is there something else developing in my tea?
For sure.
So, and if you're worried about little bugs or critters that have gotten into this, don't worry. That boiling water will kill them. And we're going to strain it out here in a little bit.
There we go.
So
a little extra protein's not going to hurt anything, right?
I mean, we've made this dozens of times, and there have been little bugs and critters, but we're still alive.
Full boil or just a simmer?
We can go ahead and do that because we're just going to make this into. You're going to see a little bit of green
How much
in
water
mine
to
here.
flour ratio?
I need about 3 to 4 cups. Flour.
Okay.
Flour. You got me saying it.
Tell me when to stop.
Go ahead and pour it all over. Kind of get all of those soaked in there.
Soak it all in there.
All right, go on. No, go on. I need more. Give me more. I wasn't going to sing, but I won't sing. It might not be appropriate. That looks right. There we go.
There we go.
It's not beautiful. Again, lots of little helpers, but this is where I can take some of this stuff out. Because
the green essentially is going to add bitter oils to it, so we don't really want the green in there. We don't want that super vegetal taste. You don't want to feel like you just licked a piece of grass or, an unripened green bell pepper. And that's kind of what you're going to get in that. So
Got the handy dandy strainer. That's the only thing I think I didn't grab, and it's right there. So what you're going to do at this point is you're going to let this sit for a minimum of 1 hour, maximum of 24. I would say stop at 10 to 12.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, we are on day 2 of Dandelion Jam.
Absolutely.
So just a recap of what we've done so far, just in case there's a little bit of a lapse of what's going on.
All right, so we picked our dandelions.
Yeah.
Right, and then I showed you how to pinch the grain to get out all of those dandelion petals. And we steeped them in nice hot water, and we made ourselves a dandelion tea.
So let's get a
So
close
check
up
out
of
this
that
right
dandelion
here.
tea.
See that nice color? It's not a nice color right now. But we're gonna strain all of this out. That's our next step right here. We're about to strain this bad boy out. We're gonna keep only the tea, and see how the petals are just kind of staying there. Get all that in there. Use a little spoon here.
Try to get that last little bit out.
Last little bit. It doesn't make a ton at one time. Now, if you have access to a field, you can probably, I'm going to just squeeze these petals down here and get maybe a couple more tablespoons. It does not make a lot of jam at one time. If you have access to a field, you can definitely make a lot more jam at one time than I can right now. There we go. See, it's nice and dry.
It's out of curiosity.
Just going to taste it. That's it.
Very vegetal, very floral.
It's very floral. A little on the
Just
high
out of
side.
curiosity.
I'm gonna rinse my spoon.
I'm wondering what I could. I'm wondering if there's a use for this outside of this jam. Like I've never used dandelions, maybe as a brine for something.
As a brine for something. Turn the heat on, baby. Scary. All right. So now we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of bottled lemon juice.
Why bottled? Because we were making this debate on fresh versus bottled. I think this is, from a canner's perspective, I think you've got a great point.
From a canner's perspective, you know that you can maintain a proper pH level from a bottled. Now, I know a lot of people that'll squeeze lemon juice right out of the lemon, but you have a more consistent product with a bottled. You know the consistency is going to be the same for the pH levels, and you want to tell them why we're adding lemon juice to.
Well, lemon juice. Well, one, we're obviously adding acidity.
Okay.
But the second part is that that acid is going to help keep away a lot of this bacteria. We're actually wanting to change the pH to reduce the amount. Because think about it, we're adding in sugar. There's natural yeasts and things that are on the dandelions. So we're actually wanting that acidity to kind of help, dumb down that yeast, so
also,
we don't have fermentation.
Color.
Yes, color as well.
All right, so we're going to use our pectin here. It's 1.75 ounces, I believe. Yeah, 1.75 ounces. Now, not all people do this, but I do this. I add a little bit of sugar to my pectin before I put it, just a little bit. There's 4 cups of sugar total. I'm adding a little bit of sugar to the pectin. It's going to help that pectin gel up and a little bit less clumping. So we're going to go ahead and pour.
What does pectin do?
This in. Pectin is like your gelatin. It's kind of what makes it going to gel.
That's what's going to thicken it up.
Thicken it up and make it like a gel. Now we're just going to wait.
Why not whisk?
You can.
I didn't know if we were avoiding bubbles.
Butter, if it does bubble. I don't always do it.
Butter.
I don't. Well, kind of like you would a syrup when you're making syrup.
Okay.
You know, they're taking the tree sap, and then when it starts boiling over, they add butter, right?
Yeah. Or fat.
So sugar on my spoon there. We're gonna let this come to a roaring boil. And when it does, we're gonna add this, and then 2 minutes and done. And we will have jam.
Really in hot pursuit, yeah. We're really
jam.
Close.
Like my jars are ready. Like funnel.
Boom.
Nice, warm, clean jars ready to go. All they need is this bad boy right here. The canner's in the back, so when we're done with this, we're just going to pop them right in there. That nice hot canner and water bath for 10 minutes because these are quarter pint jars.
If you are looking for any of these products, a great way to help support us is down in the links below. You'll have links that will have things like mason jars, canning pieces, pectin, any of those things that we can find on Amazon. It does not cost you at all any bit more to go through those, but it is just a silly way that you're already probably buying on Amazon. If you're like us, we get at least 1 to 2 Amazon packages a week. if they're ordered through there, even if it's not one of those products, but you go through that link, we do get a small 1 to like 4% commission off of that product. And it's really kind of a simple way, but it is an efficient way to kind of help support. So make sure you keep down below. Also, this summer, she has been challenged to do a canning class for us. I've probably had, we were at an event today with our church, and I bet I had 30 people ask me about her doing a class. So we're going to be doing a class online as we're going through summertime and all the vegetables and all those things. So make sure that you hit subscribe so you do not miss that this summer, because even I'm going to be learning. I am not the canning master. This is the canning master of our house. She does 99.9999 repeating of all of the canning here.
The other percent is when the kids help me.
Oh, I was going to say the only other time is when she has to leave somewhere and then she asks me to turn the stove off after a certain amount of minutes.
Yeah, because when you get into like super dense product like potatoes, like starchy vegetables, potatoes, peanuts. Are we boiling yet? Not yet. Peanuts, potatoes, or meats, those canning times go skyrocket. They're in like 90 minutes. So that's an hour and a half. You just got to sit there. Sometimes I have to go to practice, or I've got a church event, or something. Kids need to be run around to appointments or whatever. So if somebody else is home, I've already got the timer. Transfer the timer to the next person. All you got to do is hit off.
There you go.
And then, when it's done, you just start emptying it out. And typically I'm already back home by that time.
But she's going to be showing us all of her favorite summertime canning. Ooh. We're going to be making canning sauce or tomato sauce, 2 or 3 different versions of tomato sauce because we love our tomatoes. Yeah. Peppers, I'm sure we'll get back into some hot sauces.
Ooh, cowboy candy.
Peppers, cowboy candy, pickled okra.
We did learn cowboy candy though,
pickles, we did. But we can always do an update. Pickled zucchini. Another
those
great
are spicy pickled zucchinis. Those are so good.
Yeah, just all kinds of stuff that's out there. So make sure you stick around. I think it's going to be a fun time this summer. She's going to run that course. I'm just going to be a bug on the wall, just helping film. She's going to be the master. And again, this is someone who for the last, almost 8 years has been the canning master of our household. The only one other person I know that has canned more than you. And that's my grandmother. Granny is she's the master chief. So maybe one day we can talk her into doing a class or two. I think you're at a boil now.
And this is absolutely like almost free. All you're doing is buying the sugar and the pectin. That is almost there. Almost there. Almost there.
And again, all those other items. All of those other items you're going to be able to find right on our Amazon account below. So you don't have to search for it. You don't even have to go to your favorite grocery store and find it. It'll just have it delivered into the front door.
We're just going to stir this in. See that? Just dissolving that sugar in there. This is not a low sugar recipe. You can lessen the amounts of sugar. You just have to make sure that you're going to use low sugar or no sugar pectin. I believe Ball makes one of those. We can probably put that in the comments and the links below. And then this is not a low sugar, no sugar pectin, I don't think. Nope, it's not. This is just something I picked up.
Could you use instead of traditional sugar? Okay. So can you use a substitute sugar on this? Like, could you use, was it stevia or one of the natural, or even Sweet and Low or Splenda or anything like that? Could you sub? All right. So what are those sugars? What does that change about that?
When you have to use the no sugar, low sugar pectin.
Okay.
That's the formula for the sugar alternatives. Okay. I believe you can even use honey. Okay, so now once we're started boiling, you're going to look for what's going to be like a gel state, okay? So you're going to see it coat the back of the spoon. You do sauces that you're ready.
Yep. Nappe, that's the technical term for it.
So you're going to see it. See, it's kind of starting to gel, but it's still dripping off pretty quickly there. You see that? We're not quite there. All right, not quite there. There we go.
So let me bring that in. Should you do that again one more time?
Absolutely.
So we see it.
Still hot, so let's bring it over off to the side just a little bit.
See how it's slowing down.
See that gel?
Snuck it in there.
All right, you go ahead and turn that off.
Bow.
So all we got to do is load it into these right here.
Make me nervous loading them up like that.
Why?
holding it. I feel like that's got to be super hot.
I'm good. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, look at me making a rookie mistake. These little funnels are the best. They keep you from making a miss. You don't know how many times we've done.
Yeah. Been trying to find one small enough to do my hot sauces with. I like the color on them.
It's really so beautiful.
Reminds me of like an apple jelly or a, oh man, what's that other one? The crab apple.
I made the honeysuckle one.
The honeysuckle one was really good too.
It's really good.
I'm hoping we get some honeysuckles late summer.
We will. Yeah, we should.
Don't need to.
Cracked a jar.
Oh.
Or it was already
Why?
cracked.
I say, why would the jar crack?
If it was too hot, but I believe that jar was already cracked. It was pouring out the bottom before I even had it full. Nice dry cloth. We're going to wipe the rims here. Clean it up. Make sure we don't have anything between the jar and the rim here. Put fresh lids on it. And we're going to put them in the canner.
We're wanting this to be hot before it goes into there.
Yeah,
right? Why?
Because this is hot and you'll bust your jars.
Ooh, that is hot.
Got special tongs here.
Those tong.
Probably should not be seeing this.
So obviously we got this canning behind us, but we do still have a jar left over from last year. We really do kind of hoard this like gold. So we kind of make it a point that I think everybody kind of keeps a little stash amongst themselves. So this is one that Mary Ev here has kind of kept stashed away for a special day. It's really excited to be kind of adding on to our batch that we've got. And again, that was just, a couple cups worth. And we got what, six
half pints.
6 half pints.
Yeah.
So
I like the half pints because you can put them in the fridge and you're probably going to go through it before it goes bad. They can last quite a bit in your fridge, quite a long time once they're canned. But
it's a little bit of sourdough.
You laid it on
I was
thick.
making it for you. Oh yeah, it's delicious.
That's too much jam for my taste. But I do like jam. You can have that piece.
Darn. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. It's fresh.
That's so good. That'd be really good with cream cheese or on a cheese board.
Yeah. And if you think that you ever want to make a floral jam, you can totally do it. With honeysuckle, it's the same thing. And then I'm seeing one back here. Mimosa, the flower, mimosa trees. You guys, you know what they are, right? There's pretty little pink flowers that just look like feathers growing off of a tree. Well, this is a mimosa jam. Look how gorgeous that is. Just sitting there, ready to be used. We have mimosa trees just growing in the pen back there, so we just started collecting mimosa. And this is just a clean floral jam also. I think these are super fun to make. Again, the only thing it cost us was some pectin and some sugar.
Yeah.
Lemon juice, everybody's got that laying around in the pantry, in the fridge, and if once you start using canning jars, they're reusable as long as you have them.
This is probably one of my favorite things about having a farm and a homestead is that there's just an infinite amount of ingredients around you.
Yeah.
And so it's figuring out, like we've got wild blackberries here. We now have got blueberries. There's not apricots, but we've got figs. We've got figs.
Yeah.
And a lot of these are just either that were planted years ago by someone long before us that's now still around, or it's something that we've planted, or there's just so many options that we have on the homestead. So again, my name is Jonathan.
I'm Mary Ev.
This has been an absolute pleasure. Again, make sure you hit subscribe. You're going to see her do her class on canning this summer. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing basic skills right now. We're still posting up. We recorded for Hollandaise yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah, we did.
So
So we've got
delicious.
bechamel, velouté, now Hollandaise. Teaching the basics of the front side, the hot side of kitchen. And
Nice.
she's going to teach you about preserving. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you hit subscribe so you're around for that. It's such a pleasure that you're here. It's always a blessing for every single view that we have. And again, we're just looking forward to seeing you on the next show. If you are ready right now, make sure you go right here because this is that culinary basics.
My face.
This right here is for culinary basics.
Yes.
And you can learn more about the skills of a chef over here on this side. It's going to be all about smoking meats.
Ooh.
So the different meats of our homestead. We love canning, preserving. Like, we really enjoy the homestead lifestyle that we have, and we just enjoy sharing it. It's more than just understanding pigs. We got into it because we like eating it. You know what I mean? As a chef, that's why I got into homesteading, because I wanted the best ingredients for myself. I'm greedy like that. So make sure you stick around so you can see more. Thank you so much.